Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are doing a good old-fashioned get ready with me, and we are featuring the Game Beauty Adventure palette today. That is the eyeshadow I used to get this look. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Don't forget before you go to give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I upload new videos every week on Sundays and it is free to subscribe. Alright, now that we've got you nice and zoomed in, how are you? Are you doing well? Are you stressed? Do you need to vent? Are things amazing? Let me know in the comments below. I know personally sometimes I get so busy and wrapped up in either work or just overthinking situations that sometimes I forget to do a little self-check-in and go, okay, how am I? Am I good? Or do I need to step back for a moment and take care of myself? So I'd encourage you to check in with yourself and see. So if this is your first get ready with me, I'm not gonna talk too much about the individual items I'm using just because I wanna use this time to talk to you guys instead of, talking about the products per se. But I will leave in the description below a list of everything I'm using in case you're interested in something you see I'm applying as I'm chatting with you. And then I will talk a little bit more about the eyeshadow palette just since it's kind of like the focus and my first impressions of Game Beauty today, the Adventure palette. I'm also getting ready here. I have my little travel bag here. It's mostly empty, but I'm getting ready to go out of town. And so I'm kind of packing as I'm putting on my face of makeup, anything I might want to take with me. Wes is racing legally on a track, drag racing this weekend, and I'm going to watch and support him. So that's where I'm going this weekend. I'm not really into cars and racing myself per se, but it's one of his top interests. And just like, I would hope he would support my hobbies and interests, I want to support his. So that's on the agenda for this weekend, so that's what I'm packing for. And I mostly just wanted to use this video to do a little bit of an update with you guys. I haven't done an update, just a live chat with you all in quite some time. I think the last one, it's been a month or two at least. I did kind of a get ready with me with Wesley, but haven't done one with just you and I in a while, so I wanted to, just kind of chat and see how everybody's doing, kind of give you a little life update as far as I'm concerned. For those of you that are new or newer, I teach full-time in a public school in the States, and I teach choir. So my school has been in person since January. We were kind of remote, virtual, whatever you want to call it, for a while. We have about a month left before summer, and in Ohio, where I live, the weather is starting to get a little nicer. And boy, the kids, the adults too, let's be honest, but the kids are jumping at the chance to get outside because, between COVID and winter, we all just feel really cooped up. So even getting to go outside, in our own yards, even if it's not in public because we're socially distancing, it's something we're all really looking forward to. I know in the summer, I really like to ride my bicycle and just go on walks, and that's something in the colder months can't do too much. That's a nice literal breath of fresh air for me, helps me clear my head. And I'm looking forward to the weather allowing me to do that. It was 70s a couple weeks ago, but now it's been back in the 40s Fahrenheit. So not exactly warm outside yet, but we are getting there for summer. So I'm trying to plan for spring if we're doing any sort of concert situations with my groups, trying to arrange some, socially distanced in-person things, but not 100% sure on the logistics yet, still trying to work it out. But as I've told them, I'll definitely at least make recordings of them, if not, because I do want them to get to show all the stuff they've been working on all semester. And then it will be time for our summer break. I was supposed to be going to Japan this summer, but The trip was postponed because of COVID, which is okay, but that just means I'm gonna kind of be a homebody, I guess, this summer. And then we just found out there's gonna be some administration changes next year at the school, which is basically like management positions for those of you that don't work in education. And as we all probably know, at least if you're watching and you're old enough that you have a job, the quality of management can make you look forward to going to your job daily or dread going to your job daily. And I have had both of those scenarios in my current position over the last 6 years. So always makes everybody a little like, okay, what's gonna happen when there's new management coming in? But it will be what it will be. There's nothing I can do about that necessarily. So try not to overthink those things that I can't control too much. Don't know how successful I am at it, but that's just me. I know in conversations with some of you, you're the exact same way where you're like, I just wish I could stop worrying because I know there's not anything I can do about it, but we still tend to worry about it anyway, knowing that we want to stop and can't do anything. So I'm just doing things, I guess, to preoccupy myself, maybe is the right word. Doing makeup is one of the things that I feel like really makes me happy, calms me, makes me stop overthinking, and just clears my head a bit. Same with, like I said, going outside, riding my bicycle, going on walks. Love to hear some of the things you guys do to kind of clear your head when you get into that space, if you get into that space, because I would always love to add to my list of things I could try to do to help out with that. But beyond that, there's not too much super interesting, to be honest with me right now. That's why I haven't done a Get Ready With Me in a while, because, you know, I don't want to talk just to talk, you know. I kind of feel like I need to have topics. I don't know if that makes sense, you know, not that it's super entertaining, but something to talk about with you all. Wes and I are continuing doing some renovations to our house. We've owned it for about 1.5 years now, this house. It is an older home. It was built in, I think, 1930, I want to say off the top of my head. So it's quite an older home. I think last time I did a Get Ready With Me with you guys, we were working on putting in like a microwave that goes underneath the cabinets. Oh, what's it called? Like a range, where the range goes, putting the microwave above the oven. We did do that. It made so much more space. And then we have also hung cabinets for more cabinet space. We took some cabinets like on the bottom out to put in a dishwasher last July that lost us some storage space. So we added it back by putting uppers on another part of the kitchen. As far as projects for this summer go, I always like to have a little bit of a vegetable garden. There's something so satisfying, I think, about being able to go in your backyard and just cook dinner from things in your own backyard that you have grown and tended to yourself. Something so satisfying and always fresh, delicious. So I'll probably plant some vegetables, some herbs, things like that. And then there's a few outdoor projects we do want to do, like our front porch. I know there's some wood that's kind of like rotting out. We need to replace and do some things there. But I've heard this a lot. I guess if any of you are homeowners, you can tell me if you agree or not. But I've heard a lot of people say the first year you own a home, a lot of people focus on the interior, the inside of the house. And then once you've lived there for a year, then people start to focus more or maybe shift or care more than they did before about the exterior of the house. And at least for me, I have found that's very true. Like this year already, it's like, oh, I have some hanging baskets on the front porch that my dad put in for me so that I can have just a little more spruce on the outside of the home instead of just the inside. Not that the inside is done by any stretch of the imagination, but you know, it's definitely improved from where it was when we bought it already, I really feel. I still think too, a lot of the stuff with the house is not renovation per se. I just need to figure out what I'm doing as far as decor and just, you know, styling my rooms a little bit better. which I think I will have more time. I should in the summer when I'm not having to go into work every day to accomplish, so I'm looking forward to doing that. So since I am using the Game Beauty palette today, I'm interested to know how many of you are gamers. Let me know down below whether you are or whether you're not. I know some of you commented in my last what's new and what's through my collection when I was talking about getting the palette originally and said that you do play games, but we didn't get into too much about like what games. I really like RPGs the most, some JRPGs. And right now, actually, I don't know, I say that and then this game I'm about to say, I don't know if that would qualify as that, but Wesley pays for Game Pass, which is kind of like a subscription on Xbox where you can play, like they switch out which games are available. I have hair in my eye. Okay. And you don't have to buy the games, you just pay for the subscription. I guess it's almost kind of like renting it, you might say. But I played the absolute crap out of Skyrim. I mean, I was probably like level 80 or so and had finished the main storyline. You never really beat it or finish it. If you've played those games, you probably know what I'm talking about. But I never played any of the games before that. Skyrim was the first one, and Morrowind, which is the third in the series, is on Game Pass, so I've been playing that. The first two I think are on PC, which I don't have. I have a Mac, so I probably won't play those, and I've heard they're at this point not really worth playing. Sometimes as technology progresses, I don't know if you guys feel like this, but it's hard to go back and play older things because the playthrough is just so much of a lesser quality. It's not a slam, it's just how the times were, you know, 10, 20, however many years ago. So I'm playing 3, Skyrim's 5, and then, I don't know, I'll probably play Oblivion 4 at some point as well. I have a lot of consoles. Let me know what consoles you have. That's Xbox One that I've been playing that on. I really like Monster Hunter. On PlayStation, I've been playing Tales of Vesperia. I really like the Ni no Kuni series. I played both of those. And I also have a DS, like for handheld. I don't have a Switch, but I do like Switch. Wes plays a lot on PC. I have a Mac, and I haven't totally gotten into keyboard and mouse, but he did buy me Stardew Valley because he thought that would be a game that I would like. I really am into like the Harvest Moon series. Thought about actually starting a Twitch and streaming a bit, but just time-wise with work, it hasn't happened yet. So that might be a project I get into a little bit this summer. Let me know, you guys, if you would be interested in that. Even if you're not interested in games, just like, you know, getting on and chatting in a more live format versus like comments that is on a pre-recorded video like that. I feel like that could be something new and interesting for us to interact live. All right, so I am to the Game Beauty palette. Here's the outside if you haven't seen it, the unicarton. This is again the Adventure palette. And I love green and purple eyeshadow. I've mentioned that I think on my channel before, but those are my 2 favorite colors to wear for eyeshadow. So when I saw this and it had a lot of green colors and that purple, I knew I had to have it. That with the fact that it's got this amazing artwork and the video game theme is wonderful. I'm not going to swatch all these out in this video. I haven't done a dedicated video of this palette, so if you're interested in seeing like a more in-depth review of this, let me know in the comments. I would be happy to make this. But as you can probably see, this is absolutely brand new. I've never touched it. So for today, this is just going to be my first impressions of the brand and the palette. I'm going to start with Morphe M441, and I think I'm going to go in my crease with this lighter green shade here called EXP, which if you are not a gamer stands for experience. A lot of games you have to gain experience to go up to the next level, to get stronger, you know, to be able to beat harder things or go to the next level, what have you. So I'm just going to throw that. This is like a really fluffy, bigger brush. I like to start with more like transition shades in the crease with this particular brush a lot in my looks. Like I said before, there's other pops of color in this palette that you could do, but today I am feeling a primarily green look. So far, so good. Nothing looking patchy or uneven. Great. All right, so next I think I'm gonna go and kind of map out the shape of the outer corner of the eye, and I'm gonna go with the green next to the one we just used, a little deeper. That one's called Level Up, and I'm going on my Morphe M456. And I'm just gonna go, like I said, on the outer third here, start to make kind of like the wing-ish shape that I liked with my eye looks. I just feel with my eye shape, this is the most flattering. So I tend to do it with pretty much all of my eyeshadow looks versus more of a rounded look. Sometimes I will, but like I said, it's just my preferred shape right now. I did my foundation first. I am definitely tapping off the brush a lot because I am seeing there is some kick up in the pan, which is absolutely fine. I don't mind that. A lot of times that has to happen for it to be as pigmented as you might want it to be, but just something to be aware of. Or if you don't want to worry about tapping and you kind of want to go in more haphazardly, maybe you just want to do your eyes first with this particular palette instead of your complexion first. All right, so I'm just filling in right here and doing that on both sides. You can probably see we're starting to get more of our wing shape. And I am taking this into the crease as well, but I'm not going all the way across. I'm just keeping it to this outer section right here on both sides. And I do want it to be just a tad deeper, I think, on the outer corner. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a third brush. This is an M506. And I'm gonna take this brown color, Dungeon. These are all matte shades so far. And I'm just gonna add that a little bit right here to create some dimension. I'm not gonna take it all the way out to the edge of the wing because I do still want it to keep that mainly green vibe. Just gonna put it like right here in the inner part. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm talking about. Like I'm not taking it all the way out here. Just a little bit there, like I said, to give it more dimension, more depth, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I think that did what I wanted it to do. And then I'm gonna go back in again with Level Up, which is the deeper of the two greens I've used so far. Just reiterate the outside a bit more. Make sure that green hasn't faded any. And then I'm gonna go back to the first shade, Experience that lighter color, and just blend on the outside of everything. Great. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take that mental green a little below as well. I know everybody's been talking about this Stealth shade. I think that might be a little bit deeper than what I want because it is like a brown to greenish. I think I'm just gonna stick with Maze, which is more of the true green. Can you see that versus Stealth, this one right here? But in order to do that, I am gonna put on a bit of my glitter primer just to make that shimmer pop a bit more. So this particular one is an Ulta glitter primer on a Morphe M410. Usually I would like more of a rounded brush to help me with my crease, but you know, this is the one right in front of me that's clean. So that's what we're going with. So far, I will say these green tones are reminding me a lot of the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Blood Money, but that's just me. Obviously, you know, greens are greens. The quality, I don't know. I don't think the formula is the same. I'm just talking about like the actual tones themselves are reminding me of it. Okay, I'm gonna take that same brush that I just had the glitter primer on. I'm gonna use that to dip into Maze. And I'm gonna put that, start packing it, trying to at least. It's not wanting to cooperate with me here. On the lid. No, it's not working. Going in with my finger, guys. There we go. It's a really nice metallic green. You guys, if you watched my favorite green eyeshadow palette, like when it was around St. Patrick's Day time. And I was telling you guys I wanted a metallic green that did not have a deeper brown or black base. I think we found it. I think May's is it. This is a true green metallic, and it does not have like a dark black, gray, brown base. It's just green. That was a short search. That was just a few videos ago. I was asking you guys about it. The makeup gods just, you know, they heard my request and they replied quickly. Sometimes they do that sometimes. So I'm just going in here. This is the M506 again, and making sure that I get this maize color all the way to the corners because my fingers are not quite small enough to stick into my eye socket and get that everywhere that I want. I don't want any bald patches. And then I am also going to use that to go back into Dungeon, that brown matte, and put that right up against where May's is ending. And then I'm gonna just reverse same brushes and same colors I did before with Level Up and then with Experience. So what do you guys think of this so far? I told you I was going for green. I think I went for green. I didn't lie to you, right? I'm going between, like, we could do a fun little pop of color with Ruins. That's this nice little like robin's egg blue. Or I'm wondering about Treasure. This yellow maybe in the inner corner could look good too, because I do have kind of more of like a gold-ish top. Maybe I'll do that, in fact. I think I'm gonna put a little like yellow. I don't really have a gold one. Liner in. I'm gonna use Colourpop cream gel liner in Punch. Ooh, okay, I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind, people. I'm allowed to do it, okay? I've changed my mind. So now that I have this yellow in the waterline, I want to take this Treasure and just like use a pencil brush and put it all over the lower lash line. Stay with me. I'm gonna put Treasure on. This is an M560. And then I'm gonna take my setting spray, wet it, just so it adheres a little bit better since it's on the lower lash line. I don't have any glitter primer going on here. I'm just gonna tuck that pretty close to the lower lash line here. I still need something on my inner corner though. I'm just questioning whether it'll be from this palette. By the way, this shade Heal is a pressed glitter, not considered eye safe, so I won't be putting that on my eyes, but it's in there. I don't know, do I want the blue or do I just want to do like shimmery highlighter? I think I just want to do a shimmery highlighter. I'm going with a like semi-dramatic lash today. I haven't done lashes in a while, so I think I'm gonna let this be for the eye look. Sorry, it's just like impossible to talk and make sure the liner is successful, so pause, hold please. All right, what else? Ooh, let's talk shows. Sometimes when I catch up on my shows too, I watch a lot of different shows. So I watch everything, like a lot of different genres, everything from Grey's Anatomy to spooky shows, sci-fi, you name it pretty much. But Wes and I have been on an anime kick lately, and we just finished on Netflix the anime, something related to, I don't remember the subtitle of it, but it's something related to the Pacific Rim movie series, but this is an anime, and I really liked it. Now, when I say anime, you might be thinking like Pokemon, childish things. The stuff we watch is kind of like PG-13 R-rated anime, I guess, if that's a thing. It's like adult content anime, as far as like, you know, sometimes they're about war, fighting, or things like that, more adult topics. But that one was really good. I really enjoyed it. And right now we're watching another Netflix original called Dorohedoro, which is honestly kind of far-fetched. Like, it's been kind of weird, but it's so weird that we're both just super intrigued by it. Basically, the main character is about like this guy who's had a spell cast on him, and he's trying to figure out who did it and how to get it reversed. You know, it's far-fetched, but we like it. So all that to say, I'd be interested. Sorry, I'm trimming my lashes. I promise I'm not avoiding you. I'm not looking at the camera because I gotta trim these lashes. Thought I'd used them before, but I just put them up to my eye and they're definitely not sized yet to me. So they must be new pair. But what are the shows that you have been watching lately? Give us some recommendations because we're almost done with this Netflix original and we're gonna need something else to watch for sure. I swear I must just have like really tiny eyes because I never can find a pair of lashes that just fits. I almost 100% of the time, like very rarely, I can only think of maybe 1 or 2 occasions where the lashes actually fit me lengthwise. Like I always have to trim them. Do you guys experience that, or are you just like lashes and not mess with it? I don't wear them all the time, but I don't know, I like them on occasion. They definitely look good. It's just like work, like anything, you know? I don't know, parts of makeup I find like super fun and relaxing, and then parts of it like lashes are more like work. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Back to Netflix stuff. Wes and I were watching Supernatural for a long time. All the seasons are on Netflix, but there's like 17 seasons of it, and so we just needed to like take a little bit of a break. I think we're on season, I don't know, maybe like 10 at this point. So we're over halfway there, but he was like, I just need to watch something. I need a little cleanse in between here. So anime's been our little cleanse in between lately. All right, well, I am almost done here, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on mascara, highlighter, a lip, these lashes, and I will be back to wrap things up with you guys. All right, guys, so here we are back with the final look. I absolutely love how this turned out. These lashes are my absolute favorite kind, and that is they are dramatic enough, they're flared enough, but they do not cover my eyeshadow with my hooded eyes. I know some lashes, I love how full and voluminous they look, but then they're like too much. My eyeshadow can't peek through, and with my hooded eyes, then I feel like that just covers all the work I just did. So this is great. I love this. These are my ideal lash. These are from Dollar Lash Club in style Cassie. I do have an affiliate link. I'll leave in the description below if you're interested in checking those out. And yeah, guys, this is the look. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you really enjoyed it. I will be back next week with a new video. If you haven't already, go ahead and click the like and subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this look, this video, any of the topics we chatted about today. And I will see you again in the next one. Bye!